Welcome, everyone. This is a new show we're trying out. It's going to be the legal field in Parkinson's disease, hosted by me. Obviously, you know me as Sharon St. George, but this role is going to be different. George Ackerman, Esquire. I'm an attorney, Florida and DC, and I've really never kind of gone into the world of law and PD, but I realized that it's just not enough out there. So I figured, why not make some videos, start a show, and have some beautiful guests, maybe attorneys, those with Parkinson who might have been affected by the law, and just to discuss some very important topics throughout the United States. Is really more about laws and how they affect individuals throughout the country. So, really welcoming you. This is an intro show and I got my gavel here, and we're gonna go to court together. So I've been an attorney since 2006, and I've passed the federal bar in Florida, also the state Florida bar, and Washington D.C. But I do want this show, Legal Field and PD, to bring awareness to the Parkinson's community on important legal topics. Some of them will be I'll mention right before we end this intro. But I'd like to hopefully have some guests, attorneys, if you're an attorney out there dealing with important areas like elder law, ADA law, feel free to reach out, contact us at togetherforsharon.com. Also, people with PD affected by U.S. laws, state, local, federal, and so much more. I do have a very important disclaimer. This show and videos are for educational, again, educational and informational purposes only. For legal advice, please contact your local attorney in your jurisdiction. I cannot provide any legal advice. So just like medical doctors, they might talk, share things. I don't think you should be relying on them unless they're your physician. So as an attorney and an advocate, I've lost my mother sadly due to Parkinson, but I'll probably share some of the last year tougher times, and my mother was an honor to work with. It was a very difficult time the last year, but issues like death with dignity laws, wills, trust, being her power of attorney, and so much more, whether it was insurance, we're going to talk about all that. She was a pleasure because she allowed me to help her. And, we're going to start this show at least a little bit about some background things. So let's share a few things. The oath of the lawyer is important to me. And I'm sure many of you out there who are lawyers or are family lawyers or watch TV seen this before. And this is the example. I do solemnly swear, support the Constitution, and this is in Florida. I'm going to also add all these notes to the show if you'd like to see a little bit more about what a lawyer does. Never have mislead. We really confide in our clients. Again, you're not my clients. To me, you're all my family in the Parkinson's community. So this is just a little bit about the background. And I'm going to probably tackle the first show, advanced directives. So this is about a written document that outlines preferences for medical care if you're unable to speak for yourself. So we're going to definitely battle some tough topics, so a variety of areas. Actually, I'll read a few of them. If you are interested, feel free to share this and join me if you have questions or topics you're interested in. Again, email me. I'm not sure how many of these we'll do, maybe one a month if I can, or if can do a little more. As you know, I'm doing a few things and do have exciting news that'll come about likely a book on the legal field in Parkinson's with two incredible individuals I consider family that I hope will also appear on the show. So we'll get into that later on in the year. But this will be the first season, and I'm going to discuss the law, as I mentioned, advanced directives, estate planning, elder law, COBRA, ADA, Social Security, disability insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, Family Medical Leave Act, employment. There's just so much to talk about. And I think that so many of you out there might not be sure. And hopefully, just understanding a little bit of awareness will gain a little bit better knowledge of the law so you can make more informed decisions. But again, all this is just informational, educational. I'm a professor of law, teacher on the country, the legal field, and been doing that for over 20 years. So there's a lot to learn. I'm going to learn a lot too with you, and together we're going to really bring important awareness, I think, in the legal field. So please join me on this journey, and welcome to the court of, I guess, for Parkinson's disease awareness and the law meet. And again, this show, just to conclude, will be titled The Legal Field in Parkinson's Disease. Again, I'm your host, attorney George Ackerman, and hopefully that this will be informational, educational, and you'll enjoy it. If not, let me know, and we can also cease to continue it. There's always other areas and things I enjoy, but we don't want anything but a cure for Parkinson's. And until that day comes, we need to keep all those battling today and your families aware of what the laws are and a lot of important information that can save you so much tough decisions and tougher times uh, when if you had been a little bit more informed. Not that I'm the expert, I'm just an attorney, so I'm not board certified in elder law or any of that. So I'll make sure that's clear. Always be honest and open with you, and I only do this again for awareness. So you're going to definitely get the facts. I'll give references and things, but there's always, as you know, in the legal field, things change every day. State to state, it's different. So make sure you're aware of that. We're just going to briskly touch on some topics federally, state, local. And again, I hope you enjoy it. So welcome to the courtroom. You're not you do not have the right to remain silent because you're not under investigation. As a police officer too, I'll hopefully can talk about differences in civil law versus criminal law. I love to really just delve and dive into just the topics of law in general too, not just on Parkinson. So again, thank you. We send our love and support, and here we go on a new journey together. See you soon for part one of the legal field and Parkinson's disease. Thanks, everyone.